It's a place we all know pretty well, the grocery store, where you can pick up everything from a bouquet of flowers to bananas and batteries. And at this Randall's in Houston, if you stop by the pharmacy, more than likely, Don Bertram will be there, eager to greet you.
Okay, Miss Mohara, here's your prescription for today.
Okay.
It's been 43 years now in pharmacy, and there's an art to the consistency of people and their characters and what people want and what people expect and appreciate.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
All right.
We'll see you next month.
Okay, thanks. Bye-bye.
Well, there's no bitter pills being swallowed here. After all these years, Don's love for being a pharmacist is still just as strong as ever. But at the end of a long workday, he puts away the capsules and comes home to his canvases.
People want user-friendly art. They don't want to have to think about it. You know, they don't want to do that. This is why the colors are these colors, because they're really out of the tube. Everything that's mixed is actually done on there. So you're going to have cartoon colors is what you're going to have. Primaries and stuff that maybe a child would relate to.
So is this all things that you've learned? I mean, through schooling? Or?
No, just me. In my late 40s, I decided to start painting, and it was amazing because I thought you had to be able to draw to paint, and I wasted 5 years doodling at work, realizing I couldn't draw. And then all of a sudden, I said, well, I'm just gonna go ask Santa to get me some brushes, because I didn't have a clue, get me some canvas pads, I didn't have a clue, nothing. I knew that you needed something to wash your brush out with. And my goal was just to do 100 paintings in a year. And before you know it, I had done 80 paintings that first year. They were little ones. They were not Last Suppers or anything like a Picasso, or maybe they were, I don't know. But this is my first painting. It's not the most exciting thing in the world, but it all started here. That's 1,400 paintings ago. This is called Sixth Sense.
And the frame just ties it all together.
Well, I think it does. I think it does. It definitely goes with the eyeball.
Well, 1,400 works of art later, and this pharmacist turned painter has really made a name for himself. And it's not just the fantastical creatures or unusually shaped people emerging from the whimsical worlds of their canvases that's got people talking. It's how Don began using his art to change children's lives.
It doesn't have to be solid red, or we can cut out a red heart. I've got this right here. The arts do a lot, you know, for so many people. So I looked for a charity that used art as a healing tool here in Houston. And it ended up being Texas Children's. And everything went from there. Now I've got my own little thing that I do there. Go to the waiting rooms and take the children out and use my art to stimulate their imagination, to do their own little drawings. And it gets them through these little tough times. See how you might do that? Try to draw one for me.
Don's monthly visits are part of the Periwinkle Arts in Medicine program at Texas Children's Hospital. Here, kids coping with cancer and blood disorders are given a distraction from post-procedure areas and infusion preparation rooms by immersing themselves in art. And Don says that can make all the difference in the world.
What's it looking like, Nathan? Oh, what is that?
A fishy.
A green fishy or a blue fishy?
Blue fishy.
Really?
And I used.
Beautiful. Now that may be hard. Do you think you can do it? Okay. Well, let me go ahead and finish that, and I'll get you some paper. My whole deal is using art as a healing tool. It's abstract.
It is abstract. He's definitely an abstract artist these days.
And it leads to interpretation. These are what become famous, okay? I've sat there with patients with PICC lines in and getting their chemo and all while we're doing this. Every one of them has an issue. There's a lot more to it than our daily issues. And if you're fortunate, they're not there every time you go there. That means they're getting better, and they're, you know, they're maybe going in every 6 months. You know, that's not always the case, of course, but it's getting better and better and better and better, you know, and it's a real treat when you go up there and someone and a child recognizes you and they want to do the project. And so I feel very privileged that I can step into their personal space and do something for them. And when you touch them, in a way, with art, you know it. You know you've touched them. It's the best feeling. And I tell people this too. Very seldom do I leave the hospital on my monthly trips where I'm not flying on cloud nine. You know, people ruin their lives with drugs trying to do the same thing. But here I've tapped into this, which is what it should be, in my opinion, anyway, and I'm helping other people. And you know, you're never happier. And no matter what you do, you're never happier till you're doing something for someone else.
Thank you.
Hey, thank you. Hope y'all have a good day.
Yes, sir. You too.
Dang, look at that. I think you learned that today.
Someone once said that as the sun colors flowers, so does art color life. There's a fundamental desire to channel our hard times into crayons and strokes of paint to create a vision of healing and hope. And there's nothing more healing for Don Bertram's soul than seeing hope reflected in the art of every child he meets.
You know, I get my back patted all the time. What an angel, what an angel, what an angel you are for what you do. Not everybody can do this, but in reality, I get more out of it than probably the kids. You know, I really enjoy painting. I enjoy people a lot. That's why I do this. And this pulls you right into the middle of them. So that's my reward. We probably should put some whiskers on it.
Whiskers?
Yes, why not?